Do I ever feel like running? No, not really. But it's not about whether I feel like running or not. It's about getting out there and doing it, no matter how you feel. I love the accomplishment of running, but running, not so much, because it's work. It's a lot of work. It's hard work. On a day like today, I'm excited, but it's going to be a long day. Hours and hours and hours of running. And today's big challenge is running 9 miles uphill. And it's not any hill. This is a steep hill. This hill goes forever. This is the big challenge for all the locals here. And this is the longest run I've done, certainly the longest mountain run I've done since I broke the world record running through Death Valley. First 2 miles is flat, downhill kind of. Gonna walk, gonna run, gonna warm up, and then I start the big hill. 9 miles. Whew, here we go. I'm about a mile in. This is the easiest part. This is the downhill part, walking, running, warming up. But it's getting hot already. I didn't get out as early as I wanted to. I wanted to leave at 7. I didn't leave until 8. So I'm gonna be dealing with the heat the rest of the day. And once I get done with this part, there is no more shade. It is gonna be sun the rest of the way, and it's gonna be several hours at least. You may have already noticed that this does not look like the United States. And well, that's because it's not. I live in South America, Medellin, Colombia, and I split my time between the US and here. And this is brilliant because of the mountain training that I get to do. Right now I'm going through the congested area of the city to get to the start of Avenida Las Palmas, which is the great big hill up the mountain. And along the way I see something cool. I need to stop and check it out. I love Harley, so here we are. You might be wondering why I'm walking through a mall. Well, I hydrated really well this morning, and this is the last rest stop before the mountain. We're 2 miles in, about to climb the mountain. This is the part that I like least about this run, is Las Palmas is very busy on Saturdays. Sundays, not so much, but today, super busy, lots of traffic, car pollution, and lots of noise. Oh my God, the noise is terrible. So one of the things that I like about Colombia so much is their colorful, playful attitude towards life. I mean, these people, they really love living. The culture here is absolutely amazing. But at times, as you can see, the traffic, not so much. Traffic can be brutal. I'm actually running faster than the cars, and sometimes I can even walk faster than the cars up this hill until at least we get a little bit farther up the hill, then it'll clear out a bunch. At this point now, 4 miles in, this is where I normally start running this hill. So this is the first time I'm ever doing it from the very bottom, which is 2 miles behind me. And I'm going about an extra mile to the top. So normally I do a 6 mile run on this hill. Today I'm doing 9+, and it is what it is. My legs are sore than I was hoping. My lungs are definitely more tired than I was hoping. It took the last 3 days a little bit easy preparing for this, and apparently I still overdid it. And so I'm trying here. I'm struggling, but I'm still going. Now, people will often ask me, why do I live in Medellin, Colombia? Well, I mean, look at this view. I mean, this is just amazing. This is just one of the views that you see, and here's another one. And as you go up higher on the mountain, it gets even more spectacular. And it's one of the reasons that I live here. It's just because the climate and the view is the best in the world. So this is one of the harder parts of the road here. I got to cross 4 lanes of highway. I got to worry about bikes, motorcycles, trucks, cars. And nobody here gives you the right of way, so it is up to you to figure it out on your own. Watch the other side. So that right there behind me is the tunnel that goes to the airport. Before that tunnel was built up there, you used to have to take this road all the way around. It was a 45-minute trip to get to the airport, and now that is reduced to half. It's about 22 minutes to get from the city to the airport. It has increased convenience and tourism, and has made it so much easier and safer, because this road here used to be very dangerous for getting hijacked and your stuff stolen by armed motorcycle riders. One of the nice things about this route is they have these markers telling you where you are. 8 miles more to go, 8 kilometers more to go to the top of the mountain. The most popular area in Colombia for the foreigners and for the wealthy people is the El Poblado area. You can't help but notice places like this. Look at these two birds here, and there's something in the background. I can't quite tell what it is. Comment below if you can figure out what this character is, this brown guy off to the right of the entrance. One of my favorite things about Medellin, Colombia is the water that runs through the city. This is a semi-tropical rainforest that the city grows up out of. So there are waterfalls and rivers everywhere. And now we're coming up to the first mirador, which is the first lookout. Now this one used to have a view, but as you'll see in a second here, yeah, not so much. It's blocked by trees, but there's this beautiful statue here, which I have no idea what it means. Faltan means how much is left. So Faltan 6 kilometers means 6 kilometers left to go. Now just a little bit farther up the hill, there's the second mirador, the second lookout. I have no idea what that guy means, but you come up here and you get a view of the majority of the city, and it is spectacular. It's very popular all times of day, the night, really, really popular area to come up, and you can have a picnic here or just come and hang out, or it's a good place to stop. In my case, I'm gonna stop and grab a water. 8 miles in, if I take the shortest route, it's another 8 miles to go, another 3 miles up the mountain and then back. But I'm more likely to do 20, so I still got another 12 miles. Feeling pretty good, a little bit tired, a little bit sore, a little bit stronger than last week, which is good. Now you might notice that I don't have any earbuds in. I don't listen to music, I don't listen to audiobooks, I don't listen to podcasts, I don't listen to anything when I'm running, when I'm training, except for myself. I am in tune with my body, I'm in tune with what's going on. I want to know what's happening in the environment, and I want to feel what my body's doing, especially. So I want to listen to my body, and I want to be with nature. I'm not out here to distract myself from the training. I want to become one with the training. And so that's why I never, ever, ever, ever listen to music or podcast or put any kind of earbuds in my ears, because it's just a distraction. That's all the music is a distraction from what you're doing, and you're not in tune with what your body's doing. And so I strongly, strongly recommend that you give it a chance. Go 30 days, go running, go training, go do whatever you do without any music or any sort of earbuds at all. Just become one with you, the environment, and the work. See that? This hill's so steep that even the bicyclists are barely going at all. They're going slow too, just like me. Look at that view. Las Palmas is really popular with cyclists. They cycle up the mountain, they take a break at the top, get a drink of water, they turn around and they fly back down the hill at 40, sometimes 50 miles an hour. And just look at this spectacular view. You're looking out here to the south where you're going to see the areas of Sabaneta, Envigado, Itagüí, Las Americas. It's just absolutely spectacular. So I am at 9 miles. I am reaching the point, the furthest point I've ever been on this mountain. But normally I'm running from 4 miles up the hill, so this is the furthest I've been, plus 4 extra miles. And you can see the bicycle behind me. He's going slower than I'm walking. That's how steep this is, right about an 8% grade, maybe 9. He's struggling, I'm struggling, but I'm only like a mile from the top. I'm almost there, baby, yeah. Well, I spoke a little too soon. It wasn't just a mile from the top, as we'll see in a second, but these views are just one after the other after the other. So about 2 miles more. So this next thing you're about to see, I was not expecting. It's a live tarantula walking on the side of the highway. Maybe he's trying to run the hill too. But this thing was there, so I had to get some video of it, and it's only the second time I've seen a tarantula in the wild. The other time was when I was living in Costa Rica. But this thing is so beautiful and yet frightening, absolutely frightening as well. Colombia is really big at protecting its resources and its wildlife, and that's what this sign means, is watch out for the wildlife. All right, I'm near the top. This is one of the steepest parts of the mountain, probably about an 8-degree angle, maybe 9, and my legs are spent. My lungs are tired, but my legs are spent. But about a mile or maybe a little less, and I'm at the top. So just gotta keep on pushing. Over 11 miles. I've only got 600 meters left to go. That is like a half mile, I think. This is it. This is the peak. I Still have one more lookout to go, but this is the peak of the mountain. Oh my gosh, my legs are so spent. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it. Whew. This is it. This is the famous point. The photo opportunity, Instagram moment. I made it. The worst part is I still have to go back another 13 miles. Today was a training run, so it wasn't about speed or power or even distance for that matter. It was just a matter of getting the miles in and extending my range. And so you have to stop and do a little sightseeing. Okay, I'm almost at my turnaround point, but I had to pause and get a picture and a video of this Jeep because I've never seen one quite like this. Squatted down low. It's an older one, I'm not sure what year. This thing's pretty badass. I want one. So I go into the store and I ask, whose Jeep is this? So this older guy comes out and it's his son-in-law, and he's so proud to show this to me. And he's explaining to me about the electronic distributor and how they rebuilt the whole body and rebuilt the motor, put a custom top on, and just as friendly as can be, like most every Colombian is. And he was so proud and happy to show it to me. Prefiero eso. It's a 1972 Jeep, a little small for me. I'd have to customize the seat and the steering wheel to be able to fit properly in this thing. So this is Mole, Indiana. This would have been my turnaround point, but I was shooting now for a full marathon instead of just 16 to 20 miles. And so I needed to get some more distance in. And so I ran through this mall to get some miles and to do some sightseeing. And as you can see, this mall is as beautiful as anything in the United States. People think Colombia is a third world country. Not true at all. It is absolutely spectacular. But to get a full 13 miles in before my turnaround, I had to keep going, running through this little area here, which is more stereotypical to Colombia. Hit the toll booth, also called the peaje, then turned around and started heading back and passing through the same area again, which has some really cute stores, as we'll see in a minute. But this is the interesting part. In Colombia, they will do anything to get things from one place to another or to make $1 to earn a living. And so motorcycles, trikes, cars, trucks, Jeeps, anything they could use to carry things, to transport things, they will use it. And so it's pretty interesting how innovative and creative that they can be. This is one of the more famous restaurants in the area, Sancho Paisa. They have amazing sancocho, which is my favorite. It's kind of like a chicken soup. One of my favorite things about this area, and I don't get up here all that often, but it's going into these stores that have hammocks, things for your home, decor. And the nice thing about it is that the vast majority of stuff here are made by Colombians. So it's keeping the locals working and giving them a way to make a living. And so the stuff here is just absolutely beautiful. Very common, very traditional to Colombians, including the cow hides, which they don't waste anything. And so I have one in my apartment as well. Buenos, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, gracias. So you can see the pottery work here, all done by locals. The sombreros are all made by locals, the artwork, everything. And this is not uncommon, a dog on a motorcycle. Okay, so I'm like 14 miles in, more than halfway. I'm about to go down the hill. I've already gone past this and hit the turnaround point and came back. Turnaround point was the peaje, which is the toll booth. And now I'm at the famous place where everybody takes pictures when they've climbed the mountain, because this is the peak of the hill. And now I'm about to go down as the ambulance goes by. But I have a really bad headache, and I'm wondering why. Why do I have such a bad headache? And I figured it out. It's because I'm 2,000 feet. Roughly 700 meters above where I normally live, and I'm exercising, and the headache's relatively rough, but I won't take any Advil because the Advils are brutal on your kidneys, has an effect on your liver, and when you're exercising, that's a double whammy because your liver and your kidneys and your whole body's already stressed out. It really screws you up, and so you really don't want to take any ibuprofen or Advil while you're exercising. So deal with the pain, suck it up, buttercup, and move on down. Now I get to do the hard part, or the easy part, but it's hard. running downhill. Just because it's downhill, don't think it's so much easier. Cardio-wise, it's easier, but it's not easier on your legs. And my muscles, my legs, they're done. They're exhausted. They want to stop right now, but I still got another 12 miles to go, so let's get it done. All right, 15 miles in, and I am exhausted. My legs are tired. My lungs are especially tired, and I just want to go home. But I'm stopping here to have something to eat because I haven't eaten yet today. It is now 1:30, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half hours since I started. I took a little too long at the top looking at stores and talking with people, so like an hour and a half behind schedule, probably more. Whatever. But I'm stopping here to eat something, and there's this brand new hot dog stand. I don't normally eat hot dogs. I do like them, but I don't normally eat them. And here's the reason why. When I was, I don't know, maybe 14 years old or something like that, 15 years old, and I was learning how to work out. I was in the basement of my father's house, and I ate a couple of hot dogs, and then I went out and worked out my abs. And I was sick for days after that, and I could taste hot dogs for days. And I didn't eat hot dogs for years. I mean years, a long, long time. Eventually, I started eating hot dogs again, and I still do occasionally. Now I don't eat them generally because they're not healthy for you at all, any way, shape, or form. But it's protein, and it's something fun to do, kind of nostalgic reasons. And we'll see if I get sick again after running back after eating 2 hot dogs. So as you can see, they do hot dogs a little different down here. This one's got some special kind of meat here on this side, and this one's a regular hot dog buried below all of those. This is the part that's not supposed to be part of a marathon, but these are too damn cool not to try out, and they are comfy. So I might just chill here for a minute. This is fascinating. They have these markers on the road, 13,300 meters. And so as you're going down the hill, they count down by 10 meters at a time. And so you know how far you're going. And I guess when you're traveling at 40, 50 miles an hour on a bicycle, that's probably a good thing to know. Okay, this one I'm gonna make quick here, because if you look behind me, right up here, really dark clouds there, that's the rain coming. And when the rain comes here, it freaking rains. So I need to get home quick. I'm not sure if I'll get the full 26 in. Might have to stop at 22 and take the shortcut home. We'll see. You can see the clouds off in the background. They're getting close. It's coming fast, really fast. That means it's gonna be hard. Oh, there you go. See the lightning? The air temperature is going down pretty quick. I can feel a difference in the air. I'm not even gonna make it home on the shortcut before the rain comes. So I don't know, screw it. Maybe I'll do the whole thing. We'll see. This road here, this is the shortest way for me to get home, but I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna keep going. The storm just may go a little bit to the west, and I might be saved. You look at this side, you know, it's still pretty clear. We'll see how it goes. So now here's the dilemma. I can turn down this street here, and I can go home and be there in 5 minutes, 5, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Or I can keep going, and it'll take me another hour to get home. So this road here that's coming up, that brings me back down that way, or it goes straight. What do you think? Comment below. Medellin is also known for its street art, its graffiti, and this is a legal wall to paint on, and every 2 months they paint over it. The artists come back and they do new renditions. This isn't a particularly interesting wall, but some of the art is absolutely spectacular. And a different kind of art is this thing called a chiva, which is for parties, carrying people, and carrying anything else they need, including cattle. This is it. I'm arriving home. I got about a 2-minute walk, and that's it. I'm done. Oh my God, now I am done. So this is it. I'm back in my apartment. This is my view from the balcony. It took me all day to finish, but this is what I get treated to. A beautiful sunset. What a way to end a day. So here's how the day ended up and what I learned from today. I finished with 27 miles. So I did even a little bit more than I was planning on. I was planning on doing just a marathon, which is 26.2. I finished up with 27 miles. Part of the reason was that because the hill coming up to my apartment is super steep, and I didn't want to go up it because my legs were just done. And so I took the longer route coming home, which is a much more shallow incline, and it adds like 3/4 of a mile. But I got home stinky, sweaty, smelly, and I needed a shower bad. Surprisingly, I'm not hungry though, and I'm not very tired, and I'm not all that sore. Up until about mile 22-ish, I felt really good. And last week I ran 12 miles, I think it was. Same route, but much shorter. And I felt the same up until mile 22 today, which is extraordinary. The last 4 miles, though, or 5, I guess, brutal, just brutal. And the last 2 miles, like it was difficult to walk, especially the last mile because it's all incline again, coming back up to my apartment. And so today's stats, this is cool. This is really cool because I thought it was only 2,000 feet of elevational climb. It's actually 4,100 total elevational climb. So it was like 3,800 for just that mountain, just that one hill I went up, and plus I went up and down a couple of more hills, so that was 4,100 altogether. 27 miles. It was probably about 7 hours of running, although I forgot to turn my watch off a few times when I was talking with people and getting drinks and stuff like that. I had to stop for water and all that. But what I learned today is that I'm stronger than I thought I was. I thought this would be much harder, much more brutal, because I haven't run this kind of distance in like 12 years, 10, 11, 12 years. Last year I was running like 20, 22 miles at a time, but it was not nearly as severe in an incline. So this was significantly more than I've done. So this is good. And so you might be wondering, why would I do this on a Saturday? Why would I go out and run this far? Why would I go out and run 27 miles? A couple of reasons. One is because I like to push myself and I want to see if I can do it. So that was it. And I've been wanting to do this. Was one of my goals to get this done this year, is to run that mountain, run Las Palmas Mountain. And so that was intense. I'm glad I did that. But I also have a race potentially in, I believe it's August, in Montana, where I'm going to be at 14,000 feet, something like that, I forget, which is cool. And so I need to get myself used to these longer distances. Lately I've been training for speed, I've been training for power, I've been training for the mountains, but I haven't been training for distance. You know, I don't consider 12 miles distance. Distance would be 20 miles, 30 miles, 40 miles, 50 miles. And compared to where I was 10, 11 years ago, last time I was training significantly and competing, I'm not doing so bad. It's a little harder now. I'm a little slower now. I definitely don't have the cardio that I used to, at least not yet. And that may come to me, I'm hoping. A lot of people argue that it's age. You know, I'm 12 years older than I was back then. 13 years older than when I ran across America. 12 years older than when I ran through Death Valley. And I guess 11 miles since I've done any serious running. And so is it age? I don't know. Or is it just that I haven't trained enough yet? My diet's better. I'm very consistent with my running almost every single day. I rarely ever miss a day off. Although after today, I'll probably take a day or two off. But it's awesome to feel this way. I think that every guy should be out there doing some sort of serious cardio, whatever that is to you, whatever that means that you like to do. So it's running, swimming, boot camp, you know, some sort of fitness challenge, the mutters, something really aggressive, strong. You gotta have the cardio as well as the gym, and going to the gym and working out. You need this stuff. We need this to bring out that warrior side of our masculinity. And so that's another reason that I do this kind of stuff. It's the reason I keep pushing myself further, harder, more than I can, because I don't want to say, oh, I'm getting older, I need to slow down now. No, fuck that. I'm not giving in to age. And a lot of people tell me, oh, it's like, you know, just accept it that you're getting older. No, screw you. I am not accepting that I'm getting older. I'm going to be a badass when I'm 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I'm still going to be doing this stuff. There are professional bodybuilders in their 70s and their 80s. There are people running marathons in their 90s, and even 1 or 2 people at 100. There are people that are doing all these crazy, amazing things, traveling the world at any age. So I refuse to give in to this social construct that we have to accept that we're getting older and slower and weaker. No, we don't have to. And I plan to prove it, and I have evidence from other people who are older than me. There's a guy I work out with, he's 72 years old. He's every bit as strong as I am, and we're every bit as strong as guys half our age, half my age. So he's stronger than guys 40, 50 years younger than him. And so there's no reason for not being powerful all your life. So in case you're not aware, I live in Medellin, Colombia, South America. This is one of my homes. I also spend time in the US. I go back and forth. And I love this city. I love the altitude. I love the climate. This is beautiful weather every single day. I love the people, the culture, and so that's why I live here. And I love training in the mountains. So this is fantastic. I have a lot of great American friends here, or English-speaking friends here. I have a lot of great Colombian friends here. So this, to me, this is an ideal lifestyle to spend. I spend about 7 months a year here, 6-7 months a year here. But let me know, what do you think? What do you think about the run I did today? What do you think about the video I created today? A little different style than I usually do. What do you think about what I'm talking about with the men tapping into their warrior masculinity and tapping into that and doing that? And what about strength? You know, do we have an excuse that when we're 50, 60, 70, that we're just getting old? We should relax. We should slow down. What do you think? I almost forgot. What about the hot dog? For about 3 miles, I had a little heartburn. I was able to taste it. It was repeating on me for about 3 miles. But then the food actually, not the greatest food, but getting the food in my stomach actually helped. It helped me with my run. It gave me some more energy back. So that was really good. So I need to practice food better. My hydration was great. I hydrated before I left. I had a protein shake before I left. And so I had probably about 20 grams of protein before I left in fluid form. And then I ran, and then I drink aloe water. I drink iced tea. I don't drink any of these so-called energy sports drinks and stuff. I think they're all garbage, at least every one that I've had, because they're just sugar and they're just pretend. There's no real benefits to it. So I'd rather just have water and maybe iced tea with a little bit of sugar in it to get a little bit of sweetness, because you do need sugar as you're running through. Salts, I had no problems with it today at all. I didn't have any salts of any kind, and it wasn't any problems. I didn't have any cramping, I didn't have anything, but I also wasn't running all that hard. I was running uphill, but it was slow and it was methodical, and there was never any real speed. I was never pushing myself to the limit. And so there's another point too that I want to bring up, is that as you could tell with the times and the distances and everything I did here today, this wasn't a run about, you know, seeing how fast I could get done, seeing how powerful I could be, see how strong I could go up and down the mountain. It wasn't about that today. Today was just about having fun, getting the mileage in. The first time I'm doing this kind of mileage in a long time. So it was about enjoying myself. I did a little sightseeing, talked to a bunch of people on the way, and then I came back. But that's it. No problems with the hot dog, no problems with hydration, no problems with cramping. I feel surprisingly good. I'm sure I'm going to be sore tomorrow. I am sore. I'm just not as sore as I thought I'd be. I am way more energetic than I thought I'd be. And it's time to now go out and get some dinner. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I really want your feedback, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see in the future. I really enjoyed making this video. It was a lot of fun.